Alright, so what am I watching? Platinum, Malzahar. Cool. I gotta become untilted to do this coaching. Platinum gameplay! Yeah! Hits the hook! Hey! Are we getting the kill though? Probably not. Will we be harsh as it's flat? I'm always harsh. It's plat 5. Excuse me. I like Malzahar, but the lane phase is going to be pretty boring. Pretty boring. First thing I'm going to tell you based on this replay, I don't like that you, as soon as you shove the second wave in, second wave's a pretty good time to go, and when you're shoving, like hard shoving, second wave's a really good time to go over and put a ward down. You're not facing a top laner. Syndra's not going to like freezing the lane or any of that fancy shit that top laners like to do a lot. Also, the lane isn't as long. So in this position, you can run over it and drop a ward here. You want to be dropping a ward here specifically because Lee Sin's always going to be showing up at this time. We know that though. We don't need vision to know that. We know that Lee Sin's going to go red, wolves, blue most all the fucking time. Okay? So there's really, the only gank that we have to worry about is the double buff Lee Sin gank. We're also doing Jax a favor because if we put this ward here and Lee Sin steps over onto red or does some cheeky little path, we can have him in position to defend it. This is a good window to ward out. This ward is stupid. Like when we really think about this ward, it's really stupid. Right? You know where Lee starts. Lee never starts blue. He always starts red. Right, so he's never going to step on this ward. This ward doesn't see anybody. Okay? The other thing, we also get vision here so that when Lee does scuttle, we know if Lee invades red, all that shit. We get all sorts of info. Texas ward. Yeah. Just, it's fine, dude. It's honestly, it's taken me years before I place wards properly. And even still, I make mistakes. Sometimes I put pink wards in spots where they're going to get cleared. And it was really obvious. The important thing is just try to think about what you're doing as you're doing it. Lee, obviously bot side start. He's going to go wolves blue 90% of the time because he's going to try to apply early pressure. Either by invading or by ganking. I love it. And by the way, I love that he ganks you. Do you understand? I love it. I love that he comes from the spot that you don't ward and just demonstrates what I'm saying. Sucks for our lane. I don't know where you're going. The wave isn't crashed yet, so I don't like this. Yeah, get the wave under. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, dude. Malzahar is a pretty cut and dry champion. There's not a lot of like amazing nuances here. A lot of what we're going to be teaching is just making sure that you stick to the script. When you start looking to chase around a Syndra, I'm not a big fan of that. I much prefer you just getting the wave under tower. This is reliable CS that we can control with, okay? The hell was that back animation? Can I see that again? That is obnoxious. Never seen that. That's how much I care about skins. I don't care about skins. So we shove. All right, where are we putting our ward down? Okay, that ward is all right. It's better than the last time, I think. I think it helps a lot. We got no idea where Lee is right now. So I think that's a decent spot to place your ward to give yourself some information. Also, it makes sense because, you know, red will be up soon-ish. I don't mind that ward this time around as much. And generally, once Lee Sin's nearing level 6, he's going to cheat around towards bot and mid side. He doesn't like to go top very often. He wants to get bot going and win dragon, so. I want you to keep this up. What you did here was great. Really want you putting the pressure on. And I want you threatening Syndra that you're going to ult. I like this roam. This is one of the few roams that I like on the replay reviews. The reason I like it is because it was very succinct for the most part. As soon as, the wave cleared, you were gone. And I really like that. The only consideration that I would ask is you can pretty much assume that the enemy is going to spot you or figure you out pretty quick. So I would much rather prefer you cut through Tribrush with this positioning because it ensures that you don't have to flash. So you see how you've cut your distance, you've made your distance longer? Instead of, like, you go all the way down here, I would rather you just path straight in through Tri and get that egress route because you know they're going to egress as soon as you take off. Mid's going to spam like, he's going to spam ping like a lunatic. And this way you'll be towards bot side a little sooner. That's the only thing I'm going to say. They're so pushed up, they're dead. They're literally dead because of how low Lucian is. All you have to do is show up behind them. Because the important thing about roams to remember, just like ganks, if we're gonna do it, it better work. Now I hate it. I'm hating it now. Because you've already pushed out bot lane, you've done your job, you have no ult, get your ass back into mid and shove the lane. I don't care if you get the kill. Don't give a fuck. Go pressure the lane. You get, in my opinion, you get more value out of pressuring the lane than killing the Syndra. What the fuck was that? This Jace is retarded. And he misses. Yeah, that was a terrible teleport. Did you just suspect that she was roaming? You did, didn't you? Just wanted to help bot. I think this is more you being lucky, less of you being good. Let's talk about this spot in detail. So, generally, I don't like this move. I think it's a high variance move. It's pretty cool that it works this time. My issue with it is if you get halfway down here and Syndra starts shoving mid, I would turn around. I do something similar when I play champions like Pantheon, where when I'm going towards my lane, so let's just say for the purposes of discussion, I'm playing Pantheon, right? I come through like this, and I'm pathing towards top, but I'm walking like this, ready to ult to mid or defend top. I don't want you getting into this habit where you just abandon mid and don't react. If Syndra pops her head up here, your ass needs to turn right to mid. But she doesn't show her face in mid, which is actually pretty cool for us because that means that she's doing one of two things, right? She's going top or she's going bottom. So I don't mind this move, but I don't want you falling in love with this play because it's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you in most cases. Most cases, you're going to get to here, Syndra's going to pop her big head right here, and you're going to have to turn around and hold your wave. Otherwise, you're going to miss too much, dude. You also got to remember that you don't have flash, so even getting on top of people is just so unlikely. Ashe doesn't have arrow. You are relying on Thresh doing a flash engage in most cases. But the fact that she face checks us is hysterical. It's honestly, it's funny as fuck. Because if I was this Syndra, I would be like, why is this kid here? I'd be so mad. Yeah, rotate to mid here. Nope, 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 nope. Get your ass back to mid. Remember, keep things short and sweet. As soon as you picked that Syndra, I would rather you run straight to mid and start pushing again. All roams must be short and sweet, my dude. Same thing here. As soon as this fight ends, immediately turn, shove the wave. How did we die? You're trying to do way too much. Trying to do way too much here. There's no need to make this play. If you're gonna make it, what you needed to do. Thresh lanterns, right? It needed to be for you just a call. You don't have to ult. You just have to do your combo. Or let Jax go. As in, you save your ult here. You just do a quick combo, let Thresh clean it up, and back away. Use way too much on that. Alright. I would just rather you take the lantern and then drop your fucking... Just drop everything. Just drop everything you have here, and keep your ult, and then step away, and let the Syndra die organically. You have to remember, Syndra is level 7 at that time when she died. It says 8, but she only leveled up because you died. If you had just dealt your damage and stepped back, Thresh would have killed her. Okay, it's just mechanics. Recognize that you're 2 levels ahead of your mid there and just be calmer about it. She's fucked. She's dead. She got hooked. She's 2 levels behind. She's done so. She's way too low HP. Put everything inside of the mentality of like level leads and all that. We get blue. Great. I don't mind that. Good harass. Immediately shove mid. I mean, it's a pretty smooth open. I don't have any major complaints with you right now. This is like this is like a pro and con of Malzahar, okay? Pro is our lane phase is super easy. We don't really lose lane very often. It's chill. Con is we're not very mobile. Our team fight is actually not the best. And obviously we're kind of like one-dimensional in what we do. We walk at people. Everyone knows what we're doing. We're pretty easy to like. We're pretty easy to avoid without flash. So this is about as good as we could hope for a start. I hate that you're running down the bottom again. Drop this. You see, this move is pissing me off now. It was a good move the first time. This time it doesn't make any sense. I see Syndra. Where do you go? You keep going to bot. Why? You don't have ult up yet. It says it's up, but it wasn't up yet. You probably don't have flash. You may or may not. I don't know. But you're doing this move too much. It's too long of a walk. And also, you're not being sneaky about it. The least you can do is if you're going to come down here, you can at least go over the pink ward and hop over. Why are you telling the enemy where you are? These roams lose so much value. Even if, let's say you say, fuck you, Nice, I'm going to roam. Fine. But they lose so much value if you're going to walk into vision and tell on yourself. Everyone knows you're there. Syndra knows, oh my god, I can hit the tower for free and catch back up. Like, is that really what you want? Fuck no. Why not just go down mid, shove the lane in, shove to tier 2, and then do those roams and break down the tower that way? Why does it have to be it's like you've got a fucking flag and you're like, I'm coming bot. And you're like running down bot. Right? And everyone sees it. So you're not being sneaky at all. Half the coolness of Malzahar is if you catch people off guard and you just ult them, you know, combo them or whatever, and then you do your thing. So yes, this is really obvious and silly to me. I mean, Syndra helps you out because she walks down here for some reason. I hate this. Yeah. I want you bearing down on mid. I want you shoving this lane in and then rotating down bot. I hate that you've gambled on this random rotation twice. The first one was fine. This is terrible. Incoming clown. You got a zap. Get shit on. I like the shove, the free tower. That was good. They didn't bear down too hard on a tier 2. I feel like we just gave our tier 1 away for free though. Okay? Every time, dude, every time that you disappear and just show yourself right away, I just cringe because it's such a bad move. If you're gonna do this, you have to be more creative with it. It's a bad move for those who are like, why is it so bad? It's a bad move because the entire enemy team knows that they're free to shove mid, to take all Baron vision, to pressure the top laner off of top. The bot lane knows to play super passive if they have a brain at all. Like, there's so many reasons why it's bad. This is your bread and butter right here, what you just did. Shove mid, find fights, take them. That's it. That's what I want from you. Support Widow. Thanks for 4 months in a row. Appreciate it. Let's talk about this trade. Extending this trade was very bizarre by you and didn't have to happen at all. Here, Lee Sin flash kicks your fucking passive like a baboon, and for some reason, you decide that instead of just rolling your eyes and farming and waiting for the minions to hit, which they will inevitably hit, you like lead into these guys with massive trades for no reason other than you want to swag on them. Even if you kill them, what are you going to do with it? Not much, right? So how about he's an idiot, you took his flash, back up, clear the wave, and then reset because you've got 1100 gold. Also, no passive. Would have been real nice to keep the passive. He interrupted your ult. Unlucky, didn't he? That was unlucky, wasn't it? No, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. Never mind. Go back, clear the wave. You can't die too. You put your damage on. You back up. You should reset here. You need to reset. Like, I see why you're trying to push, but like it's very dangerous. Okay, you shoved the wave for the dragon. I think it's okay. How do we lose? God, you guys have great pick, but no one's picking. When 5 people are in the middle like this with your composition, you need to be spamming like assistance and spamming Ashe and trying to get her motivated to arrow. These arrow fights are what you really want to take. If Ashe arrow hits anybody, they're pretty much fucked, or at least you trade Taric ult. Ashe arrow, Ashe arrow, Ashe arrow. Kite back. Clear the wave. Yep, you're right. You don't want to play this too aggro here. I like how you're controlling this fight. This is what I want to see. We go for the Lucian pick. We get blue buff. Such a one-dimensional champion. You're pinging Baron. You should be running either Blue trinket or sweeper ward by now. That's a mistake. Obvious mistake. We're level 17. That should not happen by now. Should have something. No. No. No, 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 no. This ult by you is... The sad part about Malzahar is that sometimes your entire game hinges on like one bad decision, which is kind of the hard part about playing these immobile champs. That ult was like the worst. So here, you really, your function in this fight was to back up and to wait. This wasn't anything that we wanted. Tark ult is already gone. So at this point, we would love to get Syndra or Lucian locked into our ult. Whew. But instead, you turned onto the lead. So now, what really should have happened is you should be, at this point, back here, clearing the wave that's pushing. Instead, you commit to this fight. You needed to just wait and chill. Wait and chill here, all right? Rushing this fight gets you killed. And obviously, I will give it to you. I will give it to you. Your Ashe is ass. You have an ass Ashe. But I don't think that was our that was where we should have thrown the flag down and been like, we're taking a stand. Another note, these types of champs like Malzahar, what's another good example? I'm trying to think of another good example of like a mobile just brick champ. I can't think of any like good examples. Victor's not even this immobile. Malzahar is just incredibly, like Vlad, Swain, just like flat champions. And he's another one. Sometimes it's like, we basically got to put down a flag and be like, it's time, right? Like it's now or never. You basically dump all your chips into ulting a Lee Sin, but the other side of this is, look at the wave, look at the position of your teammates. Waves coming forward. Your teammates are positioned here and they're not very excited. We're missing a Jax ult. We're missing a Maokai ult. We're missing an Ashe ult. You basically dumped all your chips into a Lee Sin combo. That's just, you're never one-shotting him here. It does not look good. And this is from somebody who's not a huge Malzahar player. It just looks like you didn't know what to do. And as a result, your whole team gets wiped. Now, somehow we're going to get Baron anyways, which is cool. Little counter push action. That's more in line with the ult I want. Real Squanchy. Love the Rick and Morty reference. I'm squatching in here. Trying to squatch. You were right. You were right the first time. Shoving top is completely fine here. You should have. Don't hesitate though. Be confident in your decisions. Now back. Back, 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 back. You need to back, reset, cash in your money that you just got. 1100 gold. I don't know what you're waiting for. You don't have a blue pot by the looks of it. You need to cash, run it down mid with Ashe arrow, and try to hit somebody. Going down top might get you killed. You get the Taric ult, which is big. I hate your ult here. Your ult here is what we call in the League community overkill. The guy just got hit with an Ashe arrow, a Thresh hook, and a Jack stun, and you decide that you're gonna ult this Lucian. I get that you want to get the kill, but this Lucian is an ape. He just aped out really fucking hard. So he's dead. That ult is better saved on the back line when they show up. We can put the game away. That Lucian was clearly dead. Now, if we had kept our ult, this guy is actually fucked too. Unfortunately, we wasted it on this, and then Zhonya's gets wasted. Now I'm like not really in love with this spot, and I want to leave. I really want to leave and push another lane. These minions look real juicy to me. I'm probably going up there because I don't feel too good about my position in the world. I'm like, well, I'm a noob. I just wasted my Zhonya's, and I probably wasted my ult. Let's go apply pressure in a safer way that doesn't cause my team to get killed or feel more comfortable than they should feel. But what do? You stay in bot. And what happens? Your team gonna die. That double kill is pure, just flat noob luck. Space AIDS. Oh, you hit him with the space aids? Oh, it's him with the space aids. Holy shit, Jace! Personally, would have preferred a rotation up to here. You have to remember that you have empowered Baron minions. Ashe did it for you, though, which is cool. I don't want you getting married to the types of fights. You notice that, like, you may be thinking, okay, well, he got a double kill, Nice, so you're a fucking idiot, right? You don't know what you're talking about? All I'm pointing out is that pushing in here gets him a double kill, but doesn't do anything. Do you understand? He's full build. He's risking going for kills that could result in the enemy team stopping his Baron and getting pressure back on the map. One death on this team means the blue side just literally pushes out. Everything pushes out. So that's why I don't like pushing in here without our Zhonya's and ult up. Okay? Just because we get kills does not necessarily mean it was the right move, because getting those kills won't result in anything anyways. Here, I'm probably backing out and chilling, waiting. Clear the wave. We reset, which is smart. Dragon's coming up. We don't have flash. When this ult goes off, first thing you want to do is step the fuck back. Notice how you guys all postured after he ults. Watch. This happens You just step back, chill, relax, okay? Because they're about to re-engage you. 100%. You're kind of you're like in the front of the fight, like you're going to be doing anything, but as soon as that Tark ult goes, you step back and wait it out. And you stay. Look at how long. You're not doing anything to them here. So why are you up in their face? You can't damage them. You can't do anything. You're standing like right here jerking off, but the ult's running. So you should be stepping way the fuck back and repositioning until the ult dies. That's just like standard, you know, that's just like standard wait for ult 101 bullshit that League has, right? Kayle has that, fucking Taric has that. You just, if you see it, you back away, you reposition. Because we got their ult. We're donezo. We did our job. Okay? And then you go back in. You're so close that Lee Sin's actually able to close space on you, when in reality, you should be behind Ashe, back here, or back here. You are the threat, by the way. You are the guy that Lee Sin's going to target. You are the team. Okay? You see how you got so, like, addicted to, like, I'm gonna do stuff, but it's like, there's nothing you can do, dog. Let your team, and the other thing you gotta remember is it's something that I talk about all the time. When you're the carry, bait your teammates. Bait them. Be sure before you get too close, because it only takes one time of you getting isolated. Like, watch, here it comes. You get booted in, you Zhonya's, which for all intents and purposes was a smart Zhonya's, because you're fucked in this spot. They are all, by the way, the enemy team, this is Platinum, they all know who's fed. They're all going for you. You don't really get any damage off in this fight. But if you notice, had you just baited out your newbie teammates here, let your Ashe get a boot in the face or whatever, if you'd let that all play out and then you show up and do your damage, totally different game. Totally different fucking game. Totally different fight. This is the fight where we lose the game, pretty much. And it's unfortunate because the Lee actually makes a really good play on you. You didn't have flash up at the time that the fight happened. So he kicks you into the team. You are unlucky because your teammates are pretty much all behind and you're the only person that the enemy team has to worry about at that time. Spoilers, we lose, yeah. So I think, you know, overall, you played pretty well. There was a couple of spots that I think that you're rushing. You feel like you have to make something happen sometimes. And you need to understand that in a world, let's pretend. Let's do a little pretend game. Let's pretend that you just wanted to watch the scenery. You moved here when Tark ults, right? And you just watch your teammates fight for a little bit. Understand, from my position, from my perspective, your team, they have a lot of time to play. You're facing a very squishy lineup. Jace, Syndra, and Lucian. A lot of squishy champs. Even if you chose to not fight until a couple people have died, I bet you that you would have had a way better result. Like if you just did nothing, you took your hand off the keyboard and just stood here for a little bit and then walked up, did your combo or whatever, you would have had a way better result. Why? Because you would have been at least utilizing these HP bars a bit better. Look who's the first to go. If you're first to go in the fight, Thresh, Ashe, Maokai still getting shit done. Gosu, Prosu, thanks for the 4 months in a row. Honestly felt I was stuck between rock and a hard place. It felt as if I didn't do anything. The fight was fucked. The fight isn't fucked. You've got a Maokai and a Jax. And it's late game too. It's pretty late in the game. Maokai's got full tank. Even Jax has some tank items. Like, slow play it, dog. Slow play it. Control. If the fight looks real bad, you run a couple rotations, try to just walk that shit out, dude. Walk that shit out. Let it go. Let the Elder fall if it has to. Whatever. But you need to understand that you are the glue here. You're the thing holding the team up. If you die first, it's over. And the only reason I think you died at all was just because Taric had ulted, and you didn't reposition. You didn't repo. Like, you just kind of sit there and you're like, step back, chill, breathe, relax. Everyone else will, or they won't, and they'll die. Big whoop. You were gonna lose anyways, right? You have to play the fight correct. You don't play the fight based on like what newbies are doing. Overall, it was a very solid replay. Sans a couple things. The ult here was rushed. Some weird decisions with your ult management. If you had ulted the Syndra instead of wasting your ult on Lucian, I'm pretty sure you push and end the game. Or you break an inhib, which is a totally different landscape to play from. The other thing that I would consider is the roams to bot are actually not terrible. They're not the worst thing in the world. The problem is if you meet somebody like me who hams on the lanes constantly. If you start rotating down, the guy shows up and starts pushing the lanes, you need to abandon that. A couple times you got mirror, like one time it worked, the other time it was a terrible roam by you. Overall though, it was a pretty good game out of you. Minus like you were jumpy. You were very jumpy. And you need to understand that when you're in control, like when you have the big lead, I really want you to understand that you are in no rush to full combo anything. It is all, like when you're this fed, you don't have to every time you see somebody. No, fuck that. Think about the fights, analyze, and ask yourself, in this situation, how can I throw? Like, I am 13-4, my entire team is fed. How can I throw? You throw if you die first. You throw in a team fight if it's 5v5 and you go first. That's how you throw. Malzahar's scaling is really good. You had a lot of front line, a lot of wiggle room. Jace and Syndra have to hit damn near everything. Lee has to hit damn near everything. Play that shit slower. Okay? It was a good replay. That was good. YouTube, if you like this replay review, it's a button above my head. It's a sub button. You click it, you get subs to my YouTube. I know it's cringy. I know it's a cringy YouTube outro, but it's the best I got. Sneeze, no bullshit gamer. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Cracks. Thank you.